for joining us in our fourth session of Saturday webinar series organized by Department of STEM Education, Kathmandu University School of Education. My name is Pritika Basnet, an MPhil scholar at Kathmandu University School of Education. And this session will last for 1.5 hours, and I will be the moderator during this session. In the last webinar, we have talked about different dimensions of STEM education, such as design thinking, art-based pedagogy, which is applicable in science and mathematics, which could be applicable in science and mathematics education. And another we had in third session, integrating STEM skills in early learning. And today we have similar and interesting topic, art-based pedagogical activities in science and TVET classes, technical vocational education and training. First of all, let me introduce our chief guest, respected Sir Mr. Indramani Shrestha, lecturer at Kathmandu University School of Education. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Namaskar.
And then we have Mr. Binod Prasad Pant, assistant professor and acting head of Department of STEM Education, Kathmandu University School of Education. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Beside this, we have three presenters today who will be talking about really interesting topic that I already mentioned, art-based pedagogical activities in science and TVET classes. The presenters are Ms. Pratima Groom, Mr. Pankaj Sharma Gimire, Mr. Santosh Rizal. All of them are scholar of STEM education, a scholar of MPhil in STEM education at Kathmandu University School of Education. Welcome to the presenters. Now, we are pleased to welcome you all in this webinar. I hope each of you is safe, healthy, and doing okay wherever you are joining us from. Before getting started, I also want to take a minute to run through a few quick reminders about how the flow is going today. First of all, our chief guest will be giving opening remarks for today's session. After that, each presenters will have 20 minutes to present their talks regarding today's theme. Furthermore, we have allocated 20 more minutes for discussion and question and answer session. Please write in the chat box if you have any queries regarding the presentation. We will try to get through all of them or as many as we can within the time limit. So let's begin. Without delaying and taking much time, I would like to invite our respected teacher Indramani Shrestha and hand over the floor. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Pritika, ma'am. I think as discussed with Binod sir, he told me that I may spend 2-3 minutes for the opening remarks. First of all, I would like to welcome all the participants as well as the presenters out here and my colleague teachers, everybody. So regarding today's topic, it is quite interesting, arts-based pedagogical activities. So regarding this, before starting the program today, I would like to take all of you towards how actually STEM education has grown throughout the history. So if we go back to the history and read out different articles, research articles, then what we can find out is that maybe, I don't know the exact date, it could be 1957, yeah, when Russian government launched Sputnik first, I think. Yeah. After that, there was a kind of revolution out there in American history, and the government, particularly the president, take the initiatives and called kind of announced or called a meeting to all the educationists or the researchers throughout the country, and why our students are not at that level, why our country is not at that level, who can actually launch such type of rocket or any satellite to the space. And from that, actually, the concept of and the importance of science, mathematics, and engineering developed across the nation there in the USA. And after that, National Science Foundation actually took the very active role in developing these three particular disciplines: science, mathematics, and engineering, and started working in that regard. And gradually, it was not there regarding it was not developed as STEM, 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 but it was SMET out there. Yeah, SMET, 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 and later on it was developed as STEM. And what happened is that there were so many engineers and scientists and mathematicians throughout the nation because of this overemphasis given to this scientific innovation out there in the USA. And later on, what educationists and the researchers started to feel and experience that why arts education is being taught separately, because every human being is artistic in either or other way. Why we actually take this as a separate discipline? Instead, if it is integrated in this STEM education or in our this integrated approach, then it could be better. Then, because of different initiatives, because of different researches conducted throughout the nation, means in the USA as well as across the world, most of the educationist researchers started to feel that arts education should also be integrated in general. So why arts is needed in the field of this education? Very simple. Generally, what we have experienced ourselves as well as through the through different research papers, that mostly today's education mostly gives emphasis on cognitive and psychomotor domains of learning instead of affective domain of learning, that is the head and the hand. These two are given more emphasis, but the hard part is seems to be missing out there, though some either that way it is addressed there, but it is not integrated out there. So if arts education is integrated in all the disciplines in an integrated way, then that at least groom students to imagine something, to create something, to be innovative, and to feel what they are going to learn. Because of that, actually, arts education is felt necessary in the field of this STEM education, as well as in general in the field of education. So this is what all about arts-based pedagogical activities, what I think. And I better than what I have said today, we can actually link these theories, philosophical ideas in the practice, and these practical activities that our students have been doing in MPhil program, in the master's program. They are going to actually share through this webinar. For today, I wish all the best to all the presenters. And again, I want to welcome all the participants here. And I wish the happy Dasai to everybody also. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Okay, thank you, Indra sir, for your wonderful thoughts regarding art-based pedagogies and also the importance of arts, integrating arts in school education. Thank you so much, and happy Dasai to you too. Now it's time to hand over the floor to the presenters. I would like to invite Mr. Pankaj Sharma Kimire and hand over the floor. Over to you, Pankaj sir.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, you're doing such a really wonderful job, by hosting the different classes, different sessions of this seminar. It's hats off to you, first of all. And then we would like to actually we'd like to thank the Department of STEM Education for providing us the opportunity to speak, to elaborate something, some of the knowledges we have learned in the previous levels, previous semester, since 2021 of February. Actually, we've encountered various forms of researches, various educational researches, either be it in qualitative or the quantitative research, and we have encountered so many research papers in our first semester. And then, and most importantly, we've learned about as being a STEM educational scholar, we've learned about, various facets of STEM education, the necessity of STEM education, why it is necessary to implement, in the mainstream educational context, and the educational STEM educational research also, and the application of arts-based pedagogy in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and so on. And as far as today's webinar is concerned, then we are presenting the real classroom activities concerning science education and technical and vocational training. When it comes to teaching and learning in science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics, we've been following the traditional pedagogical approach, like one size fits all, teacher-centric pedagogy, and talk and talk approach. And we almost all of us are familiar with these concepts. No need to explain this concept, as Indra sir has already elaborated different concepts regarding arts, how to integrate the arts. And now, the time has come. We need to think about the change. We need to adopt the arts-based pedagogy, as arts enable learners to be creative, to be collaborative, and be a critical thinker, so that they will be able to take part in any sort of ethical decision-making processes, and they will raise some critical questions regarding the ecological issues in what's going on in the planet, or how human footprints are destructing the planets. So it's a need of an hour, I should say. We need to implement. We must implement. I should rather say we must implement the arts-based pedagogical approach. And with this note, we are going to present the real classroom scenario. First of all, I'm gonna present science activity, and in this session, me myself, Pongas Gimire, and Santosh Rizal, Pratima Gurung, Miraj Rana, and Meena Suwal, we have been engaged in the teaching and learning activities. And next slide. So, being a science educator, my wish was to teach a science class, whatever be the class. Although we have taken a class 7 here, for example, but we can teach to other classes also. But being a science educator and also STEM educational scholar, my wish was to take a class, or deliver some lectures, based on the arts-based pedagogy, which I'm going to do right now. And I'm going to elaborate the concept of rest and motion through storytelling, followed by role play also. And then let's begin the chapter. The chapter begins with the story of tortoise and hare and the tortoise. And we have some students here in the class, and I'm acting as a teacher. So okay, narrator, please.
Okay. Once upon a time, there was a hare. The hare could run very fast. It was proud of its speed. One day, the hare saw the tortoise walking very slowly. Hello, tortoise. You are such a slow coach. I'm faster than you.
My dear friend, why are you so proud of your speed?
Why not? I'm better than you. I'm not like someone who always creeps slowly. Are you pretending?
And why would I pretend? I just walk in a uniform speed.
Speed? Haha. I can easily win if we do a race.
Don't be so proud, my friend. Anything can happen.
Is that so? Then why don't you have a race with me?
Okay, let's have a race and we will see who is the winner.
Okie dokie, we will see. Ha ha ha. So they decided to have a race. All the animals in the jungle heard the news about the race between the hare and the tortoise. Everyone came to see the race. So the race is about to start. Both the hare and the tortoise are at start point in the rest position.
All right. Did you hear the term rest in the story? Now, let us talk about the term rest. Does anyone of you have ever heard of this term before?
Yes, teacher. I have studied the term rest yesterday at home. I have seen it in our book. Can I read it, sir?
Sure, go ahead.
If any object does not change its position with respect to the surroundings, then it is called rest. Is that okay, sir?
That's good. Can you give an example of that?
In this part of the story, both the hare and the tortoise are at the start line. They haven't changed their position with respect to the surroundings. So right now they are at the state of rest. Is this okay, teacher?
That's correct. You're right, Mina.
The elephant whistled and signaled the start of the race. Both the hare and the tortoise started moving.
All right. Now, both the hare and the tortoise started the race. They are moving. They are in the moving state. Now, can you say what does this moving state term as?
No, teacher, we don't know.
We don't know
What
what
this
this
moving state
moving
called?
state called.
It is called motion, which means if any object changes its position with respect to the surrounding, then it is called the motion.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
I have a question. I have confused. Is
Yeah.
the state of rest and motion different?
Yes. The aspect of motion is different than that of rest.
Why, teacher?
For instance, a body can have uniform and non-uniform motion. How much distance the tortoise and the hare cover during the first minute and again during the second minute of the race. Let's say the hare did not cover equal distance during the first and second minutes of its journey, whereas the tortoise covered equal distance in both first and second minutes.
Teacher, but what does that mean, teacher. I didn't understand it. Please.
It means the speed of tortoise is uniform because it covers equal distance in equal interval of time. However, the speed of hare is non-uniform because it doesn't cover equal distance in equal interval of time, which is also called variable motion. That is, the motion of hare is variable motion. Now, did you understand the term motion?
Oh, yes.
Yes,
Teacher.
yes, teacher.
Continuing the story. Oh, I'm very fast, and that tortoise is just creeping yet. I'm just going to take a rest for a while. The rabbit tried to take a rest, but it fell asleep. Very soon, the tortoise reaches the point where the rabbit was sleeping.
The hare, in this situation, the hare is sleeping. This is an example of rest. The tortoise is moving. This is an example of motion.
The tortoise saw the hare sleeping, but it didn't stop. Instead, it continued walking on its own pace to the finish line. After a while, the hare woke up and saw the tortoise near by the finish line. It took its speed, but it was too late. The tortoise had already crossed the finish line and won the race.
Okay, the race ends and the finish line. At the finish line, here, the hare and the tortoise ran from the start line to the finish line. The point from where they started the race and to the point where the race ended is the total distance covered by them. Students, would you like to define the term distance?
It is rather difficult term to define, teacher.
Teacher, can you define it once again?
Yeah, I will define that. Distance is the actual length of the path. Distance is the actual length of the path between 2 points. So, in this story, what is the actual length of the path? How can we calculate it?
Let me think, teacher. The actual length of the path is the distance between the starting line and the finishing line.
Teacher, are the displacements same as the distance? Please, can you tell about this?
Yes, why not? If both the hare and the tortoise move along the straight line, then distance and the displacement are same. On the other hand, if the path is curved, if the path is the curved one, then they are the different things, meaning the distance and the displacement in case of curved path is different. They are not the same.
Teacher, what is displacement?
Teacher, I know. Can I tell? I know the displacement. It is the shortest distance between the 2 points. Is this okay, teacher?
Yes, that is the correct definition of displacement. If you want to measure displacement between 2 points, then it is the shortest distance. You just measure the shortest distance between the 2 points. Now, I'd like to raise some concern. Again, at the final point, both were at rest because the race had stopped. What would have happened if the hare continuously moved from the start point to the finish line?
Teacher, the rabbit's speed was faster as compared to the tortoise. It would have won the race if it moved continuously.
You are right. The rabbit had won the race if it had moved continuously because of its speed. But
Yeah.
I have a concern. What is speed?
Teacher, yes, teacher. The rate of covering a distance is called speed, teacher.
That is correct definition. Perhaps you know, perhaps you understood what is meant by speed. Again, what about the time taken by both of them?
Yes, teacher, I want to tell about this. The rabbit took more time because its motion was ceased for some time, being laziness, and it went to the state of rest. And again, it moved after waking up.
So, how would you define the time duration between the start and the end of the race?
Teacher, I will tell. If the race started at 10 a.m. and ended at 11 a.m., then the time taken to complete the race is 1 hour.
So, you have encountered with several terms here in physics. For example, distance, displacement, time, speed. Now, apart from science, what is the conclusion of this story?
Slow and steady wins the
Slow
race,
and
teacher.
steady win the race.
That's true. But also, if you move or run too fast, then you could face an accident. Anyway, did you understand the concept of rest and motion through this story? Or you only pay heed towards the story?
Yes, teacher, we understand the relevant concept clearly about motion, rest through this story. Thank you, teacher, for this.
So, I conclude that you understood all the relevant concept. For example, distance, displacement, speed, velocity, and apart from that, rest and motion, the chapter, the title of the chapter. So you are familiar now. You are familiar with all these concepts. Then tomorrow we'll be doing some practical related to rest and motion in our school playground. All right, students.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, teacher. Hooray! We will enjoy tomorrow again. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, teacher.
Okay, now the science class is over, and I hope all of you enjoyed the science class very much. Now that the science class has been concluded for today, I'm taking you all to another class, which is Technical and Vocational Education and Training, TVET class, which is being conducted by Miss Pratima Guru.
Hey, hello and namaste to everyone. I hope you all are doing well, and I hope you all enjoyed our science class. So now, welcome to Technical and Vocational Education and Training presentation. So let me start the presentation. Today, in this presentation, in this webinar, in this class, we are going to learn about some of the personal protection equipment which we need to use in construction site. Construction site like building house or building bridge or the hydropower site, anything, the personal protection equipment which a worker, construction worker, need to use in construction site. So for this, as we are doing art-based pedagogical activity, so today for this we will play a game, and the name of this game is called Hidden Picture Guessing Game. Again, the name of this game is Hidden Picture Guessing Game. Have you played it before?
Yes, ma'am.
You have?
Sometimes.
Yes.
Really? So can you say a little bit about it, how you play or your experience?
Okay, some random pictures, some part of the pictures are revealed at first, and then you are asked to say what the picture is about, I guess.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, exactly. We are doing the same. So there are some pictures hidden behind these tiles, and I will click on these tiles one by one randomly and reveal the parts of the pictures. So from that, you have to take a guess or identify what the hidden picture is of. So let me explain you once again. There is a picture hidden behind these tiles, and you have to identify what the hidden picture is of. So I will click on the random tiles one by one like this and reveal the part of the pictures. So do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So don't worry, there is no time boundary. You can take your time guessing the pictures, and it will be very nice if all of you who have are participating in this webinar. I hope it that you all will take participate to play this game, and to give your answer. Please raise your hand or you can write it in the chat box too. So shall we start now? Are you ready to play this game?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to reveal a small part of the hidden pictures. Did you see anything?
Yes. Some part. Um. It might be banana.
Banana? Okay, here Janak Bisi sir says banana. And others? What do you see right now?
At
Okay. Okay, hat. And math with Mahant, sir says might be banana, okay? Because it's yellow, right? Okay, part of a cap. Okay. Anyone else? So I'm going to reveal the next part. So what does it look like? Maybe a toy or part of hat. Okay, could be duckling, hat of the workers. Okay, helmet, toy. So I'm going to reveal the another part. Please your answer on the comment box. Whatever you see, it's okay. Just keep on writing. Please participate in this game and play with me. Cartoon, pumpkin, okay, lemon, mouse, okay, helmet, okay, yes. So yes, most of you are writing it's a helmet. Now, okay, now it's helmet. Yes, yes, you are right. Now it's a helmet. So as we are studying about the personal protection equipment for the construction workers, so now can you say how why we need to wear helmet in construction site? Can anyone share your view?
Of course, it's to protect ourselves. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. To protect ourselves, yes. Protection to protect head. I'm waiting for some more views if there is something new. Is there? To be safe, okay. For safety. Thank you, Bisnu Kumari Adhikari, ma'am. For the identity, okay. Protection and identification. That's great. So let me explain now. Yes, we do need to wear helmet in construction site to protect our head. As in construction site, there is a higher chance of possible head injury due to falling the heavy equipments, and that might cause an accident. So the construction site consists of heavy and sharp tools and equipment like bricks, rods, spade, chisel, sharp nails, of bar bender, hammer, or something others tools and equipment. So we need to protect our head because I think we all know that head is a very important part of our body. So just to protect our head from those unforeseen accidents, we need to wear helmet in construction site. I think most of you have seen this yellow colored hat used in construction sites. So can anyone say why this color, why particularly yellow colored hat is used? Distinct color, Kavita ma'am, identification from distance. So, any other view? Why it can be noticed well, visible? Yes, that's very true. Uh, Yellow hat is a distinct color, and it, yes, of course, it reflects in from the far distance too. So yes, for the visibility, the yellow hat is used, and it makes the worker visible in the distance, and being visible in a working site actually prevent the unforeseen accidents. So now, okay, so there are few things that we need to be careful about while using this helmet or while wearing helmet. So while wearing helmet, we should be careful about the cracks. And the proper shock observing lining of the helmet that you can see over here, the you can see this lining, and ensure if it is safe and reliable to use. After that, we should adjust the harness, which is usually in the back side of our head, to fit the size of our head with the helmet. Then please ensure that the chin strap is placed around both ears, and tighten the chin strap so that the safety helmet does not come off. As you can see in this video too, that you need to buckle up the chin strap so that it doesn't come off easily. Okay, so next game. Uh, Here is another picture and you can guess now. Now it's time to guess. What do you see in the screen? Board, notice board. You can speak to, if anyone interested, then please you can speak to. Pritika ma'am, please help me to monitor the raise hand. TV, okay. Okay, so Rosie, Mathema, you said it seems like a board, and Vishnu ma'am says notice board. Okay, uh, board, notice board. Okay, most of you TV. So most of you have answered as notice board and TV. So now what do you see? What might it be? I need your participation to please to move forward. So I request everyone. Okay, painting of something, confused, one more clue. Okay, I will. Any TVET tool, information board. Okay. So yes, one more clue. I have disclosed the one more clue. Information board, information table. It's boot. Okay, Pritika man said it's boot. So any other? Okay. Glass on the table, pipe. Yeah, maybe you have. It looks like a pipe, a black pipe. Okay, boots, boots, safety boots, yes. Gum boots, long boots. Okay, vase on the table, container. Wow, now I'm getting the variety of ideas. Thank you so much to everyone. Yes, it's a boot. Wow, most of you have guessed it very correctly. Yes, haha, it's the boot finally. So yes, that's the boot. So Why do we use it? Why do we use boot in a construction site? Okay, protection of food, of course. Ah, okay, congratulations. You are congratulating each other for the correct answers too. That's very nice. Feet, of course. Yes. Be safe from water. Okay, to protect our food from different injuries. That's very nice. Food protection. Yes, as boot is a footwear. Protect from chemicals. Yes, construction site have actually several types of chemicals. They use several types of chemicals, and boot actually protect from those chemicals. Used it during rainy season, also in the construction site. Yes, it's have several features. Cement, rocks, rod. Okay. Yes, thank you so much. Safety shoes or boots should be worn at the work site to protect our feet from possible injuries, as you guys said. For work site, generally safety shoes with steel toe cap covering or steel sole is more considered. But yes, we can also use the boot made of any material, considering the safety standards. It should not be slippery. It should be more stable with a stable sole. However, but if someone is working in electrical installation site, then leather footwear shall be used as it's a non-contractive footwear and prevent us from the electricity harmness, electricity shock. So okay, here comes the another puzzle. So let me disclose. Okay. Did you say something? Is something hidden there?
No, no.
Nothing. Okay. Okay, so here is it's a whiteboard, I guess. You can say it's a whiteboard. Okay. So do you see something? Oh, space. There is a very small clue over here. I think you need to stretch your eyes. Gloves, coat,
Umbrella.
umbrella. Okay. Trolley. Okay, it seems like a trolley handle. Yeah. Trolley, wheelbarrow. Can trolley or wheelbarrow be a personal protection equipment? Of course, it's a equipment that is used in a construction site. Okay, goggles. Here comes the answer. Now, what do you see? Okay, good carrying trolley, glasses, goggles. Oh, goggles. Goggles to protect eyes, goggles. Yes. Now it's more clear. Yes, thank you so much. So, why do we need to use goggles? To be handsome or beautiful or what? Goggles actually look makes gives a chance. So, is it for that? Okay, to protect our eyes, protection, eye safety. Yes. Oh, So you all are so aware about it. Protection of eyes during work to protect our eyes, eye protection for eye safety. Yes, and to look beautiful, handsome as well. Okay, thank you, Santosh sir. So yes, as I have said before, a construction site consists of many sharp tools and steels, and so the construction workers need safety goggles to prevent potential risks of exposing the eyes and face the hazard. And of course, it keeps our eyes safe from the construction dust, welding lights, as yes, Indira Pokhriel ma'am has said, protect from firecracker during wiring also. Yes, so the summary is to protect our eyes. We need eye goggles. So the next, okay, okay. Please start guessing. Here is
Rope.
another picture. Yes, is anybody
Rope.
wants to say? Sorry? Sorry, I didn't hear you. Okay, gloves. Okay, so Rosie ma'am has written a gloves. Anyone else? Marks. Okay. Yes, please keep on writing. Not clear. Okay, marks. Not clear. Okay. So I have chest card. I have disclosed the main clue. Yes, it's a marks. So very famous these days, can recognize by just getting a glimpse of its part. Yes, of course, Santosh sir. It's marks, and we all are aware of it, and we all are busy using it. So we all know why we need to use masks because of this current situation, the COVID situation. Meanwhile, in construction site, also the workers need to use masks because they can be exposed to many types of dust. Yes, of course, Rosie ma'am, to protect from dust and smoke in construction sites. Yes, many types of dust such as silica, wood, and lead dust. They keeps on working, doing the activity of like cutting concrete blocks or bricks. They do the work of wood sawing and mixing the concrete. They also keep on working with the cutting ceramic tiles or stone. These construction dust can actually cause serious damage to the construction workers' health, and it's a very life-threatening diseases. So, of course, to prevent it, we need to use masks. But while using masks, we all need to be careful that our nose and mouth is properly covered. So it's a request to everyone, even because of this today's situation, nowadays situation, please do wear masks and be careful that our nose and mouth is properly covered. Okay, so now, yes, we are on the next pictures. So are you enjoying this game?
Yes, ma'am, very much.
Oh, thank you so much. Because it seems like because it's like everyone is silent. So thank you. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of comments in this chat box. Gloves, gloves, gloves. Yes, gloves. Yes, okay, okay, silently enjoying. Please participate so that it will be more, you would enjoy more. Okay, it seems like a gloves. Is it? Is it a gloves? Okay, thank you, Janak sir, for your beautiful comment. Okay, so yes, many of you have guessed that it's a gloves. So yes, it should be gloves. Now it's shown that yes, it's a gloves. Okay, so yes, why do we need to use it? Gloves, gloves in a construction site. Why do we need to use it? Of course, yes, of course, for safety. Safety of what? Hands. Okay, yes, thank you. To protect our hands. Yes, I'm waiting for more comments, your views. If there is something that you want to say, something else. Protect our hands from construction chemicals. Ah, here comes the medical background. Pritika ma'am, thank you. Skin irritation and injury. Wow. Keeping our fingers warm. That's great. Nails. Yes, of course, it's protect our nails too. It saves from chemical substances. That's very nice. Anything else? Okay, yes. While work, okay, protection of hand, effective in working, protecting from contamination, electric shock. Okay, that's great. Okay, so yes, it's a gloves, which is very essential in construction site, as you said, to protect our hand from chemical substances, to make work effective, and of course to protect from contamination and electric shock. Yes, you all are right. Skin irritation, injury. Yes, your comments are um, very to the point. Yes, while working in construction site, the construction workers need to handle rough, sharp, and excessive coarse material such as reinforcement bars, rods, precast concrete, toxic, electric, and all hot materials too. So to protect our hands, yeah, or to protect the hands, the construction workers actually need to use gloves. And the glove we can find gloves according to their job or their job description to, like insulated rubber gloves. It is like, have you seen this type of gloves before? Yes. While lifting things, these help avoid pain in fingers or palm. So, Tejendra sir, what do you think? Which type of gloves in these two, between two, which type of gloves actually need to use while lifting things? Here in the screen, you can
Well,
see.
I'm not sure, but fabric gloves might help. I'm not sure
Oh,
anyway.
okay, thank you so much, sir. So, thank you, Tejendra sir. Thank you so much. So, Indira ma'am, electric shock. So, have you seen these type of gloves before? These two types of gloves. There are many types of gloves, but I'm just going to talk about only these two. So, Indira ma'am, no. Okay. Uh, s- so, in your view, what do you think? Which gloves actually helps to prevent the electric shock? So others can also give their answers. Okay, Rosie ma'am, insulated rubber one. Okay, thank you so much. Second one, Vishnu ma'am said second one. Second one for, okay. Anis, okay. Rubber, the last one. Rubber, okay. for the to prevent the electric shock, right? So okay, yeah. By jobs according to their job description. For example, here are two examples: insulated rubber gloves and fabric gloves. Insulated rubber gloves should be used by electricians. Yes, to it gives you a proper grip of the tools, and of course, it doesn't conduct the electricity, so it protects you from the electric shock. And the gloves that are made of fabrics are used for handling rough materials, as Tejendra sir said that uh, it gives a proper grip to hold the rough materials like rod, wood, spade, chisel, hammer. So yes, fabric gloves is used to lift and handle those materials. Uh, okay, so yes, some participants have said that it isn't gloves doesn't only protect from the possible hazard, but also protect the hand skin from the dryness and the roughness, and the nails too. It's protect our nails too. So let's move to another one. Okay, so okay, what is this? What do you see in this screen? Chair, jacket, trouser, might be chair. Okay. Uh-oh. Trousers, apron, sleeve of coat, special dress. Yes, okay, so your guess is very correct. It's an apron. Um, and apron suit, it's a every product construction professional should wear adequate and suitable protective clothing or apron to protect from the possible hazard, of course, and yes, waterproof dress to protect themselves from the weather changes, the electricity impacts and other risks in the construction site. It also covers the body skin and protects the construction workers from suntan. That's a joke, actually. So yes, it protects from it majorly protects from the construction dust. So I think you so okay. So I think you have seen this type of uniform before. It's mostly used in construction site. So any guesses why, or you can say where you have seen this reflector vest or apron before? Yes, thank you. Thank you, Sujita ma'am. It's to make visible Pritika ma'am identity and visibility. Yes, it's the same with the yes, traffic police has used it. Yes, reflect light can be easily seen from distance. That's very true. To be visible at construction site and for traffic. Yes. Okay. So yes, for instance, in construction site, there is always an activity of loading and moving materials from one place to another. And if a worker is not in a visible or in the visible site or in the then the accident might occur. So the reflector vest is used to maintain the visibility, and it's visible in both in day and night. So yes, this vest is majorly used in the construction site. and of course by the traffic police also, as they do duty in day and night both. So yes, that was this was the last personal protection equipment that we were going to learn about today. So there are others too, like safety belt, hearing protection, which we can learn. We will learn in some on the other class if we got chance, opportunity, or we can do ourselves visible in rain, snowfall. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So yes, today we learned about six personal protection equipment that we must use while working in construction site. Can you say what were they? Shall we revise what we learned, what we learned today about? Yes, it's in our screen too. We talk about the helmet as it protect our head. We talked about eye goggles. It's to protect our eyes. We talked about masks, which actually prevent the dust to which prevent the dust to come inside our body. And we talked about the gloves, and gloves should be according to the job description. It protects our hand. And we talk about the apron, which actually protect our whole body. And while working in the construction site, we should use that kind of uniform which is visible from the far distance and also visible in day and night. So yes, we talked about the shoes, which is used to protect our feet. So yes, that's all for today. So hope you all enjoyed this technical education, technical and vocational education and training class. Thank you so much.
Okay, in today's webinar, we presented on arts-based pedagogical activities in science and TVET classes. It is a matter of interest these days, and many of us know that art-based pedagogy is a teaching methodology in which an art form is integrated with another subject domain or other subject disciplines to facilitate student learning. It is highly beneficial to use art-based pedagogy as students find this approach helpful for a meaningful learning of different concepts in a wide range of disciplines. The use of art-based pedagogy can be diverse, as arts can be used as an interpretation. Similarly, we can use arts as a multiple form of representation. Similarly, we may use arts as cultural activities. So in today's sharing, we have demonstrated how different forms of arts, arts-based pedagogies can be used, especially storytelling, similarly role play and puzzle games, how they can be used in our classroom. Although the focus has been made in science and TVET classes, these different forms of arts or different representations of arts can be used in teaching of other concepts in other subjects as well. Okay, that is the end of our presentation, and we'd like to extend very happy and prosperous Vijaya Dasami, Deepavali, Nepal Samvat and Chhat 2017 to every one of you. Thank you very much. So that's the end of our presentation.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, presenters, Pankaj sir, Pratima ma'am, and Santosh sir, for the wonderful and enlightening presentations regarding art integration in science education and TVET classes, and also relating it with interesting story. We have already well known about the story of rabbit and tortoise, and it felt interesting, like we can relate it to our concept. We can relate it to our teaching concepts. Again, the game was so interesting and we enjoyed a lot, and in the the chat box we can see many more appreciations as well. It was so interesting. I hope it might help our teachers to integrate arts in the classroom for understanding different concepts and phenomena. Now we will go ahead to take some questions. We'll take some times, and I think, do we have some questions over here? I think in the beginning phase, Pratima ma'am wrote some concerns. I don't think the question, it is the concern. Like she said, I felt the story greatly focused on technical ideas and teacher-centric as well. In my understanding, it will be better to participate the learners in creative activity. For instance, we can easily participate the learners in this performance art and make it more lively. Thank you for your great presentation. I think this one is more of suggestion. Would you want to tell something about this statement? I'm referring to this presenters.
Okay, thank you very much, Pratima ma'am, for your suggestion. And yeah, as you have mentioned, yeah, it will be better to participate the learners in creative activities. Yeah, so as a demonstration, we have tried to involve the students, as there were 2 students who were participating, but in the real life or in the real classroom situation, the whole class can be made to participate, and we can make different stories and make different groups and allow students to participate in those groups so that they can all be a part of the story. I think so.
Thank you, Santosh sir. I saw somebody raised hand before.
I think Janak.
Yes, sir. Mike, yeah, thank you, Pratika ma'am, Santosh sir, and others, sir. And it was really amazing the way you handled the story. I was wondering, like, you will take it to the story, and then finally came up with the science, which was new to me. My question remains the same as I often ask Indramani sir also. Like we have the system here in Nepal, we teach very much like, compartment based curriculum. Like we teach science, we go to science classroom and we teach science, we totally focus on science. And then we go to math class, we totally teach maths. Now this integrated mode of teaching learning seems to be very interesting. The question is here, like, how can we break system? Like we have very much strong system, very much rigid old view. Now here comes this team, like, we have to find the way out of this strong wall. And I don't know how far it will be possible from my perspective. I find it very difficult. But then, yeah, this is this question to me, like, actually, like, how can I do it when things are very rigid, and finding a way out from here to make it more integrated? It's not a question, but then it's just kind of thought only, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, anyway, I would like to say something regarding Janak sir's voice, let's say, this thing, his thoughts. Yeah, actually it's very difficult, and it's already been 1.5 decades since I started teaching, and it's very much difficult to just change the the methods that we have been following since ages. So we are also just in the starting phase. So there has to be somebody to start. So we will start from our side. How much we can, we will start, and hopefully soon there will be others to follow, and hopefully in the future we can root out the conventional traditional pedagogical approaches that are being used in our classroom. Thank you.
Again, I would like to add some concern of Janak sir. Yeah, that's a relevant question, and we've been erupting in the status quo situation that the educational stakeholders are really they are not trying to go forward. I don't know their motives behind what they are trying to do or something like that, you know. But especially we can I don't say that we cannot accomplish the goal, but it is possible, but it takes a lot of time. We need to organize such type of webinars. Not only so, this webinar, this type of webinar is only limited to the you know, the university faculties, you know, university students. So we know about the STEM education, we know about arts-based pedagogy, so we need to teach other. We need to you know, make participate other people outside our university, the general denizen, so such that they will be, you know, they will feel that, oh, such type of pedagogy is going on, you know, Kathmandu University is promoting such type of pedagogy, and that's a terrific thing to do. But even organizing such type of webinar only, you know, limited to the professors and, you know, lecturers and the students of the university, you know, that actually that doesn't make any sense, you know. Apart from, you know, we are doing something, but you know, the result will not be fruitful. So we need to accommodate all the people, even lots and lots of people in such type of program, so that we can create awareness. And also we need to pressurize the government, and we can do so through our papers, through our presentations. You know, it takes a lot of time, but it is not that it is not possible. It is likely, you know, it is likely we can do that. Thank you, sir.
Pratima ma'am, you raised a hand. Do you want to tell something? Say something
Yes.
about this?
Yes, Pratika. Thank you so much. Okay, so Danok sir, your concern is very genuine, and even I am not being in a teaching professional. I also think that, okay, how I can relate this STEAM education with TVET sector. And I'm not a TVET trainer or instructor, but I observed the TVET programs. So I was also in so much confused that how can this STEAM education actually can be related to the TVET sector. TVET sector doesn't actually have a structured pedagogy. They have their own style. The instructors have their own styles prior to their occupation and their working experience. So yes, however, it's like our others friends said, it's not impossible once you try to do so. The just trying to share the learning way of PPE, maybe other tasks can also be taught in that way, and I have to collaborate with the TVET instructors. And of course, the collaboration is also the one of the backbone of this STEAM education. So let's hope for the best, and we can make change. Thank you.
Thank you, Pratima ma'am, for your wonderful answer, and all the presenters. Now, I would like to request all the presenters to fill up the form given in the chat box. Mr. Sandeep Dungana already gave the link for the registration, and maybe we could provide a certificate if the participants participate in 2 to 3 webinars. The certificate will be provided by the Kathmandu University School of Education. And I think there is one concern, can we get the video link of the story Rabbit and Tortoise? This is from Mr. Chandra Badr Kharka. Yes, of course, sir. Here Sandeep sir already shared about the YouTube link. Then we can have this video in 1 or 2 days in that link. Please update the link, and please subscribe it as well. Now we are running out of time, and I invite Vinod sir to say something about the presentation today. I think he can conclude. Over to you, Vinod sir. Vinod sir? I think he has lost his connection.
He seems to be there. He seems to be there, but
Maybe.
Sandeep sir, once you call, I think call Binod sir once.
Okay, sir. Okay, please go ahead. He told me it's okay. It's all right.
I think you
I think we should conclude today's presentation. Thank you so much for participating and actively in this session. And lastly, I would like to say we will have the next session after this Dasai vacation. After this Dasai vacation, and I'll make sure the next session will be more interesting as well as the day session, more interesting. So please participate in the following sessions as well. We will provide you the link in the following days. So at last, happy Dasai, stay safe and have fun. Thank you. Thank you for participating actively. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for a great participation and happy Dasai to all of you.
Thank you.